Ready? Good. All right. So I'm going to do it twice for the wing, and then we're going to cut this guy in half. I'll explain why in a second. So yesterday we left off on extruding out the wing. So I'm going to do it twice with my square version and with my circle version. So here is my circle version. Again, it should be 9 faces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Darren, crashes suck. I understand. They're a way of life. Hit save and move on. All right. So here is what I'm going to extrude out. These 9 faces. And I'm going to extrude once. Command E. Or edit mesh extrude. And I'm going to pull it out just the tiniest of bits. And then I'm going to scale like crazy. So I'm going to use the red box and the green box on my front view. And I'm going to have to probably do it a couple times. Oops. Make sure you hit the universal tool. My bad. There you go. And now I'm going to pull it way out here and way over here until it covers the general width of the wingspan. The general shape. I'm going to do it with the blocky version too, just to kind of repeat myself. So again, I'm going to grab these 9 faces on the side here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'm going to extrude out, Command E, hit the global tool. This guy. And pull it out just a little bit. And then on my front view here, excuse me, my side view here, I'm going to pull out this green box until that wing gets that tall, and then the blue box until it gets that wide. So something looking something like that. And then, with those same 9 faces, I'm going to make one more extrusion. And that's going to be the width of that wing panel thing, right? So I got to make one more extrusion from here to here. Command E. The global tool, pull it out. Right about there. And if I'm doing my blocky version, it's the same thing. The same 9. I'm going to hit extrude, Command E. Pull it out with the red arrow, something like that. So it's 2 extrusions. The first one, I pull it out or move it with just a little bit, but then I really scale it. I scale a lot on the Y and a lot on the red, the Z, the blue, right? And the second extrusion, I just pull it out. I don't do any scaling, so that I give a little ridge to it. Now some of you are asking, what about these lines here? What about the ridge there? What about don't worry, we're going to get to all that. Don't worry, we're going to get to all that. And I'm just trying to get to the basic shape. Good. John's got it. And one more extrusion, John. Once you get to the size, extrude it out again one more time. Good. So it's 2 extrusions for the panel. One gets it big, another one gets it out. Do it shift select. Pull it out. You've already extruded. Hit W. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. So it's all screws. It's all face. If you can, eyeball it for 10 seconds. Yeah. There you go. And now face right here. Shoot once, make it tall. Second shoot in pull it. Don't forget to make it fly. Universal. Pull it out a little bit. A little red first. A little bit. That's what you. A little bit. And then go. And then green box. Box. Pull. Crazy. Go crazy. Gotta go all the way up here. That. Pull out a little more. And then use your front again. There. And then pull wider now. Two box. Good. Then one more extrusion. Pull it out with the red arrow. Good. All right. You know you did it right if you have like one set of edges here, because that's what we're about to work with. We're about to work with a whole bunch of edges to make this look just right. Okay. So let's do that right now. So here's what we're gonna do. I take it back. Did I say edges? I meant faces. So now that we have our wing kind of extruded out, let's get this to look like a hexagon, to look like this shape right here. Okay? The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna grab all the faces in the center row, starting with the lips. So everyone look at the selection here. It's gonna be this guy, this one on the corner. So we're gonna grab this whole line. Boom, 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 boom. Don't worry, I'm gonna do it again, right? You don't wanna grab the backside. The backside will be fine. But you wanna grab this face right here, the three in the middle line, and then the face spilling over on the edge here. So we're getting a total of 5 faces. 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the other side, 5. And then I'm going to hit scale, R. Hit scale, R. I'm going to pull it down till it gets pretty skinny. How skinny, you ask? I want to be about as skinny as this panel. You see how there's a bar between the two panels? About that skinny. Something like that. How can I see through it, Mr. G? Who remembers how to see through it? What's it called? What's the mode called? X-ray. What's X-ray look like? It looks like this. I don't know how to describe it. It used to be like an X-ray. It used to like have like a screen over a skeleton, and it looked like an X-ray, and they got rid of it. I don't know why, because it definitely symbolized X-ray. This one doesn't symbolize X-rays. It's like it's supposed to be a face on top of a face being seen through. So remember, you have to click X-ray in every window, but you can see now, right? You can see in that window, this line here, these faces pretty much match up with that width of that beam of that panel. So you have a nice skinny row of faces now. Okay. Next, now we're going to go to edges. And if you didn't get that part, don't worry about it. These edges are really going to help you. So now you should have 4 edges that are kind of resting on the corners. Do you see those? If I go to edge mode, I have one right here. I have a second one up here. And I have two more at the bottom. So grab the 4 edges, be in edge mode, right click, hold, and go to edge mode. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4 edges. And you could move them individually, but if I select all 4 and I use the scale tool, it lets me move them together, right? It lets me kind of deal with them on my own. And I'm going to turn off X-ray. It's a little easier to see now. So I have those 4 corners. Once again, it's 1 here at that corner, 2 here at this other corner, 3 upper right corner, 4 upper left corner. And I'm going to get those to line up with the corner of the, where's X-ray? There it is. Of the panel. And actually they're pretty good. So I can see I can pull them in and pull them out. Get those to line up right on those corners. Might need to move them up and down a little bit, but they're pretty good. Something like that. So that they're lined up right there. Let me make it a little bigger. Okay. Guess what edges we're going to select next. What? Someone said it. The top 2 and the top bottom. We're actually going to select all 4 at the same time. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because some of you are like, it looks still roundy, right? So now with those top 2 selected and the top bottom selected, now this is really going to straighten out. I can pull that down until that wing becomes rather flat. But also, look at these lines. These lines are straight, but I have this panel line right here, and that panel line is not straight, it's diagonal. So what I could do here is I could move these so they start to kind of make a diagonal line. You see that? It's really hard to see on my screen, I understand. But you see those blue lines? They were originally straight up and down. But when I scale them out to kind of pull them off to the corners, I don't want to go further than the corner, right? I want to get close to the corner and be done with it. I get a nice good thing there. Face. Okay. Xander, there's 2 more things I gotta do until I get the wing shape just right. What do you think those 2 things are? What's one very obvious thing I need to do? Is Xander listening to me? Xavier. I'm sorry, not Xander. Xavier, sorry. Sorry, my bad. I got 2 more things to do. What do you think they are? I've adjusted this corner, but it's still not, if I hit X-ray mode, those diagonal lines still don't match up. Right? What do you think I should do to have those diagonal lines mix up? And there's another easier, there's something else I haven't done yet on my wing. There's 2 more things I need to do. What do you think is one of them? Stretch out the sides, right? Let's do that one. Y'all see that, right? My wing's not really matching up with the edges here. Easy fix. All I got to do is go to face mode, and I'm going to grab this face right here, 1, and this face right here, 2. 1 face, 2 face. And I'm going to pull those out until they kind of match up with that hexagon pattern. So now I got these nice little hexagons here. Is it too far? There you go. There you go. Like that. So once again, it was the 2 faces on the edge of the wing. It was this one right here and this one right here. And then I hit scale. You'll notice we're doing everything with scale, no move. And that's because it keeps things symmetrical. When you select multiple things, it's usually better to use scale. And then the last step here is going to be shrinking the center square so that these blue lines right here, they match up with these panel lines. Do you guys see these? Do you see these gray lines right here? The gray line in the drawing, these things, right? This blue line, it would be really convenient if that blue line lines up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab that center face and scale it in a little bit until those lines are pretty. There you go. So that's going to be really easy for us to kind of make some panels later. Okay. Let's do one last thing before the bell rings. Some of you are like, Mr. G, we didn't do the other side. We only have one wing. Well, we're going to do everything on the left-hand side, because if there's anything computers are good at, it's duplicating tasks. So if we do a really good job on the left side, all we got to do is say, make the left side the right side. Oops, I'm recording this. Some of you messed up, right? So I told you to start over on this side, because you had a good ball, but you messed up on this side. So I said, just start on this side. So just keep that in mind. When I'm deleting my bad side, you're deleting your bad side. So the last thing I want you to do is we're just going to cut this guy in half. Just so we now know we're only working with half of a TIE fighter. So we're going to go up here. We're going to go to Edit Mesh. Excuse me. Mesh Tools. Sorry. Insert Edge Loop. Boop. Insert Edge Loop. And we're going to make an edge loop right down the middle. Right down the middle. Like that. I'm going to eyeball it because I have a trick later to make it perfect. Boop. So now I've made an edge loop right down the middle. And now I'm going to go to face mode. I'm going to select these faces over here. Oops, face mode. I select these faces over here. Why are you not playing? Oh, I'm still in that tool, huh? Hit quit. Go to face mode. And delete. Did you not have yours in camera-based selection? If yours is not in camera-based selection, you just need to do it several times. So basically, you want to take all the faces to the left of that insert edge loop, unless you're in John's case, to the right of insert edge loop. Just those ones in the middle, after you make the edge loop, and hit delete. So now that we have this nice hollow cut here. Okay. All right. Tomorrow, we're going to put more details on the wing, and then we're going to start making the windshield and the thrusters, and then we're going to be done. We're going to merge it together and be done. So please go ahead and hit save, file, save scene as. Go ahead and quit Maya. Maya, quit. And then go ahead and restart. Don't worry where you are. If you want to hang out here and get help at lunch, I am here at lunch helping you guys out. I may be here after school today, too, if you need help after school. And don't forget to hit restart. And we'll just keep working. Yes.